Valid Sudoku. I hope once in your life you have solved a Sudoku, but if you have not, so a Sudoku is a 9x9 board, and then there are about 9 such boards, and the only condition is each row, each column should not contain the duplicates, and they should only contain numbers between 1 to 9 without repetitions. And same way, every block should also follow this rule. So our task is not to solve this Sudoku, but we have to validate if given this state, is it a valid state or not. So we have to code that solution. Code the solution. Let us go to the visualization. Imagine this is the Sudoku that you have been given. Now what I want you to treat this as a matrix. Look at the any ijth rows and column. For this case, ij will become 0, and you need to tell if given this cell in this matrix, I am validating all of the conditions. So you look at the whole row and whole column. If you see any duplicate, remember our first question, we can use it here. This is how programmer thinks. So if I can do contain duplicate check in 3 of the conditions, row, column, and this cell, then I am pretty much sorted to tell if this position is a valid or not. And once I do it, if I was not able to do it, then this perfect, we don't have to execute anymore. We can just directly return. So if not, then we are going to increase our go to the next column, next, and same way, next column. Now how you are going to manage in which block you are. So we can pretty much map any cell in this grid by row column, but how you are going to map, because we need to also map them to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like for doing that, we are going to use the floor by 3, because we need to, if we are not going to do this, then our solution is not going to work. So it is fine for checking rows and column directly with ihjth index. The point you have to remember, we must ensure that our rows and its 3 by 3 square index, which we can find by doing the integer division by 3, row by 3 and column by 3, or which is floor, then we can ensure we will be able to find the solution. So perfect. As you can see the visualization, this is what we are doing, finding row, column, and then the box. This is what we have to do it programmatically. So as you remember, we need to keep track of 3 things. To keep track of those 3 things, let's place a box, a set for each one of them, column and square. This we can make the in Python we can use default dict to tell what is the default data type of the value, it makes much easier. There is some tricky edge cases that will be handled if we are going to use from collections. We can use default dict. So you collections dot dict, and then we define the values are in set. So same thing here, and same thing here as well. The only difference here, the key is going to be written by row integer division by 3 and column integer divided by 3. This is pretty much the things that you'll need to keep track of. And the way they have given the input, the dot represent no value is present. So we also need to check if the current value is dot, then we can just directly jump to the next value. So let's do the iteration. So for r in range of 9, or column in range of 9, because they have specified that this is a 9 by 9 grid. So if we need to check board of row column, if it is equals to dot, then we can just continue. This is where we are not going to do the check. But if that's not the case, then we need to check three things. Board of row column in row set rows of R, or is it in the columns of C, or is this value in the square of row divided by 3 divided by 3. So if that's the case, we can return false. Perfect. So this is our invalid conditions. This is something we have to make sure that this does not happen. Oops. And if by default every time we are going to do this, so column dot add the board of row comma C. Let me copy it couple of times and then replace. For rows we can use R, and then for squares you can do O integer divided by 3 integer divided by 3. Perfect. This is something we can, so that our hash sets are updated. If you ever reach to this point, that means we have found a valid board. And if I have not made any typo, then this should pass. Perfect. Okay. So I have made a typo. Let me fix this quickly. Perfect. And now let's try to submit it. Okay. So there are some cases that which is returning false. Let's try to see. For I in the range of 9, we are continuing row column. Oops, so this should be row columns of C, rows of columns of C. So now it should pass. Perfect. Thank you very much. Sorry for the mistake. Enjoyed this problem? There are hundreds more completely free, no login needed. Head over to codedive.n and start solving today.